Hi Kiwi, alright, we are back at Hades 1. I'm going to be running the aspect of Zeus on the shield. We're going to take the Zeus keepsake and hope for another special attack focused blitz disc run. So forgive me, I am going to take a second level of jury. Oh, okay, We're actually at the point where I think we're going to go fight Theseus, maybe? Yeah, okay, so we're going to take the third level of extreme measures and see how it goes. 1 level of tight deadline, 3 levels of extreme measures. Wish me luck. Sorry, my computer's volume was too low. I couldn't actually hear the game.
So you are summoned to Hades by that Nyx, the night goddess. Is that correct, nephew?
No.
Well, I suppose she's closest to a queen as your lord fathers like to find down there. I tried to match him up with some more wholesome types, but no. And here we are.
I genuinely wonder who Zeus thought would be an appropriate match for Hades, because he was certainly wrong. But, no matter. Alright, let's see. Okay, we got the lowest damage special, but that's what we need for this build to really start popping off, so we're just going to take it. So, the Blitz Disc, or the aspect of Zeus, the way it works is your special, rather than returning to you after you throw it, actually just hovers in place, but you can press the special attack button again to recall it. The reason why it's so strong is because, well, it does a lot of rapid hits. So abilities that scale with close range multi-hit abilities, such as typically Zeus's boons, make it exceptionally powerful. Alright, we're starting off with a pretty early hammer, which is awesome. I probably do want to get some HP just because I anticipate that I'm going to have a pretty rough time against these Theseus areas because I haven't done extreme measures level 3 in a long time. None of these are really appropriate for my build, so I'll take the after blocking foe gain 20% damage because that's the only one that's really going to, I think, benefit me directly with this build. Or, since again I am building into the special primarily, I think it makes the most sense to go that route. The other thing is you can kind of just run away from the shield and kite it into enemies, and that can work pretty effectively in these scenarios where the enemies are super low HP to begin with. Alright, can we take this? We can. So Dionysus. I mean, Dionysus would be decent on, I guess, the attack, just so that we can more easily get... Oh, you know what? Maybe I take Festive Fog and go for Scintillating Feast since we're already running a Zeus build. I think that's what I'll do. The HP sounds nice, but I can't guarantee that I won't get hit in our Erebus, so I'd rather just guarantee myself a good damage option. So yeah, basically the way to effectively use the Blitz Disc is to kind of combo enemies into the wall using your attack.
The underworld of yours places a real pit, isn't it, Zach? A shame you're stuck down there. But we are gonna get you out of there together, you and I.
Just holding enemies in place with your attack, and then
cheers to that.
Putting them in a position where you have the Blitz Disc just kind of wailing on them in that position, and it adds up to a whole lot of damage very quickly. So actually, fun like behind the scenes sort of fact. When I made the last Blitz Disc run, I don't remember the exact video. I think it was like 16 or 15 maybe.
For the house.
And I titled the video "The Weapon That Beat 64 Heat," and I didn't realize that was going to be a clickbait title. I mean, in hindsight, it obviously was. Do I want Ares here? Ares would be decent on the attack, but I think I'll take this and hope for a special up. In hindsight, that's obviously a clickbaity title, but it was not intended to be so when I wrote it. But that video, compared to all my other...
underneath the earth foretold of your arrival at this very moment, son of Hades. And I have anticipated it.
Alright, let's see. HP dash strike or, attack 65. Well, I mean, this is nice, but then in hindsight, I'm looking for special build exclusively, so let's reroll and see if we can get anything tastier on the special. No, none of this is great. I guess we'll take the extra cast gem, just because I am planning on going Festive Fog, or I already took Festive Fog. Alright, yeah, sure, why not?
Sounds like a trade to me.
And then Poseidon or Aphrodite? I think I'll take Aphrodite for the attack. Poseidon sounds good until you think about, well, I want enemies to stay held in place, and holding them in place with Poseidon is very difficult. So yeah, like imagine running this build where your whole idea is keep them in the blender of your Blitz Disc for as long as possible, and you take the Poseidon special so that your moves are constantly pushing people out of range. Sounds wholly... unimpressive.
Would you by any chance have room there in your heart for a most gentle blessing from a goddess such as me?
Gladly, give me your attack. Perfect. Alright, we're getting the lowest rarity on all these, but that's fine. Zeus and Dionysus trial. Sure, I'll take that. Again, Scintillating Feast isn't amazing, but... Well, okay, I take that back. Scintillating Feast is phenomenal. It's basically, it makes your Festive Fog, which drops an AoE stunning effect, also drop lightning. So really my goal here is to roll for that on Dionysus first, I think.
Got me a knucklehead.
And then take Zeus and hope he gets what's jolted. So actually, maybe that's what I should do. I should roll... No, I'll roll Dionysus first. Something weird is happening with the Zeus boon here. Why does it have like a green circle around it?
I'll take it, man.
Maybe it's extra fancy? Alright, so we didn't get anything we wanted. So... I think I'll just take the heal after...
Audacity runs in our families, Agrius, but my advice to you is that you keep it carefully suppressed in your relationship with me.
Alright, so I took the boon that makes me heal if I'm below a certain threshold of HP, so now I can heal up to 30% of my HP, which isn't honestly that amazing, given our base HP right now is not terribly high, so that just means I'd have 30 HP at best. These lasers are not ideal, but honestly, not hard to avoid. It's more somehow I've managed to get hit by Zeus a whole bunch. There we go.
That is quite enough. That's quite enough, I say. You're still alive, aren't you?
That I am. Alright, Zeusy, what you got? Call... Okay, there we go. Static discharge. So now enemies get jolted, which means they take damage if they try to attack while afflicted with that curse. We'll go for the darkness for the little minor bit of HP it gives from the contractor upgrade we got a while back. And now we can very reliably get our privilege status going because we have the weakness on attack, we have the jolted on the special, so everyone's going to take 40% more damage pretty reliably. All in all, pretty strong. We still don't have the thing that really makes this build come online, which is any number of boons, duo boons, or... oh goodness, I was kind of trapped in the wall there. Oh, okay, so that does still hit me. Good to know. I had made the assumption that once the room is completed, you don't take damage from traps. That is not correct. Right, I have the nectar, but I can't give you any nectar. We can get Boldy, though.
Boldy, please accept this humble offering.
Boldy, please love me.
Boldy, how do you handle being trapped in Tartarus for all eternity, doomed to be pushed up and down a hill repeatedly for no good reason?
I'd probably deal with it about the same
I
way.
have to thank you, Sisyphus. Not just for all the help you've given me time after time, but for encouraging me to have a chat with Boldy there. I dare say I feel a little more at peace of late, and maybe it's thanks to him.
Boldy's a good...
He's a good one, all right, isn't he? Though if you've come to such an understanding with old Boldy there, why, it must mean you've done some growing on your own as well, I think.
I feel like that's a reflection of Sisyphus's structure. Oh my goodness, I can't say it. Sisyphus's struggle. Too many S's, Kiwi. I'm not a snake, I can't handle it. Alright. Anyway, so what was I even going to talk about today? So, I guess I'll start off by saying today is day 4 in the Jeff's week off of vacation that I am very actively enjoying, and, well, this will probably be very outdated time come the video actually being uploaded. It is, in fact, my birthday, and I decided I'm going to start the day off with a nice Hades run, since you're still asleep, and I promised I'd let you sleep until at least... I think I'll hold off on the shop and go for the pomegranate here. We'll get 1 rank up on the special, and that'll help it do a lot more damage. Of course we don't get that upgrade. That would have been too nice for us. 160 on Festive Fog that I'm not using sounds great. I should have just gone for the shop. Oh well. We'll have plenty of coin come the next store, next shop. And honestly, I'm at the point in the game where I'm just saving up for Titan Bloods.
Murder. Murder.
Sure, if you insist, Tiffany. We can supply some of that. You just stand in that shield for us, why don't you? You know, I'm not even using this, I'm, like, not using half of the boons I've acquired. It's kind of funny that my, my special kind of invalidates her projectiles pretty badly. She is dashing about a lot, which makes it a little bit harder to land these moves on her. But I mean, the nice thing is, if I position things correctly, stationary bosses like Tisiphone, who likes to just sit and spin or do this, which I guess technically she's still spinning. They can get absolutely destroyed by Blitz Disc. The thing is that the positioning's a little bit tricky.
The other sisters left.
Oh, right, I remember what I was talking about now. So yeah, I uploaded a video that was titled, The Weapon That Beat 64 Heat, and oops, that was total clickbait. That video got like 600 plus views, almost 700 views. And I am sorry if anyone like got clickbaited by that. That genuinely was not my intention. I was just thinking of like, well, this is my first time using this weapon, and this is what it's known for. So, yes, in hindsight, it was absolutely clickbait. It was not my intent. I am sorry. Sometimes intent matters. Sometimes outcome supersedes intent. Read into it as you will. And for those who tuned in to watch it, well, thank you for joining. And if you have enjoyed what you've been watching, thank you as well. All right, we'll take another Chaos Gate and hopefully actually get something on the special this time, because it seems like it's kind of hard to come by a Chaos Boon that enhances the special, as it turns out.
In the name of Hades.
All right, attacks. Oh, here we go. 300% more damage from traps, but 45% more damage from specials after the fact. We'll take another... Maybe I should have gone for the key so I could get a reroll, but I think the little bit of trickle in HP that I'm getting from this is pretty valuable for us. You can get so many hits off of the aspect of Zeus before an enemy kind of... Especially these bigger enemies, like it must shred boss HP. Like, I understand. It's definitely a high skill cap sort of weapon, because positioning is very key to using it effectively. And you need to learn both how to use your attack to push enemies back into the Blitz Disc, as well as how to maximize your damage potential with it just throwing it at base. Like, knowing where to stand to hit things. The positioning is a little bit weird. Alright, I think we will take the shop this time, just because I have too many boons where I could accidentally not get the special boon. And we have a chance of getting a palm in here anyway. I can afford both, I think, so that's fine. Yeah, okay, Aphrodite. Not exactly exciting, but we'll take her.
Cheers, mate.
Max life gain is increased. Weak effects are more potent. I think we'll take... Yeah, we want some tankiness. We'll take that. It's not the...
break some hearts.
Oh, and excellent. Here's a increased rarity Dionysus from a champion chamber. So maybe we will get the duo here. That would be awesome. I'm pretty sure we have all we need for Scintillating Feast. I can confirm it after this run, or after this room. The one thing I have to realize is that I have to be careful about when I use my attack, because I do have a habit of accidentally pushing enemies out of the attack rather than out of the special instead of into it. But yeah, today's my birthday. That was a complete 180. Yeah, don't mind me. So, what do I want to say about that? So, again, this video is probably being uploaded well after the fact, so I doubt the day it goes up is actually my birthday. I have a whole lot of work to accomplish through August and September, so I'm trying to stockpile videos because I know for a fact I'm just not going to have the time to record during that period of time. The good news is I'm coming up on the end of my season of work. Like, once I make it through October, I'm basically home free, and I will be able to go back to like more heavily edited videos, and I'm very much I've been ramping up the motivation to get ready to start doing Undertale again. I just, for my birthday, I got a Elgato HD capture card, so I'll be able to do Switch games and I might even get to do Bloodborne on the PS3, or was it PS3? I think it's PS3. And those are all things I'm very eagerly looking forward to.
Oh, Dionysus.
All right. Take less damage. Here we go. We want Strong Drink because that'll ramp up our damage over time. It'll give us 12% damage altogether once we complete all the fountains, unless we find a fountain chamber, in which case we'll get even more from that. I will say I'm kind of feeling the lowest rarity. I'm feeling that lack of rarity on the special. It does not feel like it's doing nearly as much damage as I would hope. But every little bit of damage adds up, and once we get... Hopefully we'll get some more Zeus spoons to really make the build pop off. He hasn't shown up yet, but that doesn't mean he won't show up soon. I think the big scary thing about this run is just that I have not played with extreme measures very much outside of the first two tiers, so we'll have to get used to playing with Theseus and Asterius being slightly spookier than normal. I don't remember them being terrible, but I do remember maybe not as easy as I would like to think they were. Look at all that damage. Yeah, I think the thing we need right now is, like, if we can manage to pop a Zeus legendary, this build just immediately wins. Like, I mean, it's already gonna win. That might be more cocky than it deserves to be, but it feels that way. Alright, our Chaos Boon has been absorbed. We'll take the coin. And then Nectar versus...
Allow me, boy, to introduce some of my loyal subjects.
I wonder how Hades picks who shows up for these. Because it feels like obviously, I'm rationalizing a little too hard here, but I'd like to imagine that it's just a lottery. Like, would you like to fight for the Lord of the Dead? Because that seems like something Hades would probably... No, it doesn't. I don't know.
You waste my time.
Mine now.
All right, we'll take the Nectar here on the hopes that the palm level ends up on something useful. And again, I openly acknowledge the fact that I'm really not using my cast at all, despite having kind of talked it up. I mean, obviously the build is focused on special, and I know that fact. I know very much that my my build is focused on the special. So commenting to the contrary of other things seems largely unnecessary. What was that sentence even supposed to mean? Oh, sounds like Kiwi's awake. Now, does she come to join me, or does she go back to sleep at the promise of waking up at noon? My plan is we intend to spend most of the day together, but I figure we stayed up pretty late last night. Oh, hey, we actually got it on the special. That's kind of wild. I didn't expect that. All right, do you offer HP? No, technically yes, but realistically no. Shop or Hermes or Ares. So this is the mid shop, I believe. Could afford us some HP. The special doesn't immediately attract me to anything I think I would want. I think I'll take the shop here and hope that... Or did I say the shop? I meant Hermes. Hermes doesn't immediately attract me, so I'm going to take the shop in the hopes that we see Zeus. The odds are low, and yeah, we got Aphrodite, but we can take the HP here and see we get Hermes anyway. Moving faster sounds kind of nice. Or just 10% to dodge. It's going to be one of these two. I think I'll just take the faster move speed, honestly. Alright. Oh, that was the end shop, actually. Okay. Good to know. I guess I could have rolled for Dionysus there instead of Hermes.
What's the matter, Lerny? You seem quite upset.
So what we're going to do is we're going to step back slightly so he stays in range of the Blitz Disc and pop all of these. Right, I was still a little bit out of range, so I'm going to back off like that, throw that there, and now that should stop right where he sits. I have to remember that I have a fourth cast. I'm kind of forgetting that fact. I immediately recalled the Blitz Disc there. That was kind of weird. It went out, but then didn't retract. It was barely on screen for any length of time. Like, it definitely does damage. It's all about positioning, though. If you miss position, it's not going to do nearly as much as you would hope, because it's only getting the first couple hits. But one thing that I realized is that I can start retracting it pretty early. And if I retract it early, I can make sure that it kind of hits enemies as they come closer to me, like that. Or I guess in Lerny's case, just stationary, but exceeds the range of where they would land otherwise. Alright, we're on to the next phase. These little skeletons are going to be a bit of a problem, so I'm going to try and take out as many heads as I can. You know what might be nice? I mean, you know what always is nice? Athena's Call. I'm obviously not going to go hunting for Athena, but if she pops up, I might take her as my fourth god in the pool. Trying to get status privilege on these guys. I'm in the lava. Oops. It's a little bit hard to see with everything that's going on the map. I'm slipping and sliding a little bit here. We're fine. Yeah, so that's the trick to it, I think, is just I need to retract the shield once it reaches a certain distance, and then I am able to get the full damage off. Alright, Lerny should kind of just stand there for a second, hissing at me, which lets me get the Blitz Disc off further. And just make sure I'm always having status privilege going on him. Oh, goodness. Let's dodge that chin. Good old unavoidable chin moves. Chroma also has an unavoidable whoop chin move. Okay.
Lovely chatting with you, Lerny dear.
He's funny. That was a slower Lerny than I would have liked, and a slower Asphodel overall. It took us a little bit over 5 minutes.
Short work of the Hydra, then, I take it.
Actually, I guess it was closer to 6 minutes total. So what do I want to take here? Like I said, there aren't really any other gods I want at this stage, so now we just take what seems fun. Your call... Maybe we could use Dad's sigil for a little bit. Your call becomes Hades' aid, which briefly makes you invisible, and your god gauge starts at 10% full. I don't actually know what being invisible does for us, and it's not particularly on my priority list. I think we'll take Broken Spear Point for now and just use it to block damage. And... alright, that's it for that. Like I said, I think my goal right now is primarily just to kind of level up all these keepsakes, so that when I decide I need one or want to use one, I can without and have it at its full potential.
Champions of Elysium, I've returned.
What have you got to say about Elysium today, Zach?
Lots of exalted shades between me and the exit.
That there are. Alright, coin or pomegranate. I think we'll run the risk of not getting anything meaningful, but we'll try and get another level on Blitz on the special if we can. Definitely feels like we're at the point in the run where our damage is maybe falling off a tad. That's often what happens in Elysium until you get the thing that really makes it pop off. Unfortunately, we haven't really set ourselves up for anything particularly guaranteed. Yeah, there are some decent duo boons that we could hope for, but nothing that really strikes me as, oh, this is going to break the game. Ultimately, what it does boil down to is I think we need more from Zeus. We need some things that like drop extra lightning bolts or his special, or sorry, his legendary boon.
A form of power.
Okay, we got the level up on the special. Only does 8 more damage, so that's not amazing.
Get your hands
Oh,
off my
good, a
trophy.
hammer. Okay, so maybe the hammer will give us something good for the special, because we don't seem to have much luck with that on the shield, admittedly. We rarely get the special effects on the special builds, and we rarely get the attack effects on the attack builds. Or I guess the bull rush builds really is what what they actually are, because we don't usually specialize into the attack on the shield. It's kind of fun, but it's not exactly the most powerful. I should just remember to pop these because they do stun the chariots, and that makes them a lot easier to deal with.
There. Satisfied?
Not really. That's a lot less gold than I could have earned, ideally. Oh, into the hammer chamber. So what am I going to do for my birthday today? Let's see. That's a very good question, Jeff, that you have just posited and don't strictly know the answer to. I think the big thing is I just want to hang out with Kiwi. I'm thinking about maybe inviting her on a Minecraft date, which sounds kind of lame, but you have to remember what kind of people we are. We are introverts at best. And we haven't played Minecraft in a long time, and it's been fun. It's super chill. Kiwi is funny with... Oh, your special hits... After your special hits, your next 2 attacks deal 80% more damage. Okay, well, the rest are bull rushes, which is kind of par for the course, I suppose. We'll take that, because that actually does at least benefit our overall DPS with our current strategy. Now, what do I do with Patroclus here? Because I don't... I guess I'll take his attack up.
Stranger, you owe me neither time nor generosity, and certainly not this. But if you truly have no better use for it...
It's not a matter of oh, sir. Please open your mind to the possibility, nay, the fact that there are those who care about your well-being.
That is sweet.
I heard you vanquished Theseus however many times of late. Or someone matching your description has, stranger. Almost had to laugh when I heard that. Though, I suspect he hasn't learned a thing.
Oh, most certainly not.
What, you know him? Though, yes, he does seem rather set in his ways. Convinced himself that I'm some sort of demon from the lowest depths. Which, well, it's partly true, I guess.
You're quite notorious around these parts. The tales of your father's monstrous son kept under lock and key within his house. Fear and ignorance make for great stories, no?
That they do, sadly. Alright, so I have all my Death Defiances. I am at 2/3 of my max HP. I guess we take the 60% damage up on top of the 60% damage up on our attack that we already just got, and watch how much damage that does to Theseus and Asterius. Alright, Ares keeps showing up, and honestly, I don't have...
Use the rod of fishing there.
I could if I didn't get caught on the wall there. Oh, this is the mid shop. Okay.
Now, another clam.
I could take Demeter's dash. Oh, but there's Dionysus. Okay. Huh. I don't think I'll take the palm. There are too many boons I have that I could apply to, and it's very unlikely that I'll get it on one that matters. Real question is, do I want Ares Dash or Ares Call? And the answer is not particularly on either of them. They don't really mesh well with this build, so I'm gonna just leave him and we'll go straight for Dionysus. We'll save our coin.
You look absolutely smashing.
Observe this gleaming coat of bronze with which I'm adorned now, short one. Your doing, as I understand.
That is a very gold-colored bronze.
My father is to thank for that, not me. I've proven difficult for him to contain, so now I'm beneficiary of his latest pact of punishment. You're welcome.
I haven't thanked you as of yet. Though come, I'll repay you suitably for having me encased within this suit.
Alright, so now did he just make a pun? He just said suitably, right? Suitably pay us back for the suit. That's funny. I didn't expect Asterius to be the sort of dad humor individual, but I appreciate it. Alright, so I think main thing I do is I just let him do that, exactly. And just stay out of his range and kite him through the Blitz Disc. And just make sure that I keep the weak procs going on him with the Aphrodite attack, so that I guarantee that he has privileged status going on him at all times if I can. Okay, so they changed his... He no longer shoots projectiles, he shoots an AoE circle around him when he does his dash, which means he very hard counters melee builds now in that regard. But I will say this hard counters his build, because he travels at roughly the same speed as the Blitz Disc, which is pretty funny. Oh dear. He does hurt now. Hurts pretty bad. Oh, perfect. Just stand right there. That's exactly what I want. Unfortunately, the interrupt from the stun on the Festive Fog does not affect this guy at all. But the damage is still there, so okay, he does shoot his projectile still, it just isn't until the second phase. I feel like that might have already been the case, I just don't remember. Yeah, I think Demeter's dash would be pretty decent because it would very reliably let me get status privilege, so I might continue using that. Or I might aim for that. If Demeter shows up, that'll probably be the boon I eagerly take from her. But I guess what this fight is making me realize is I just have to appreciate the fact that I have a lot of range, and it's abusable. And there we go.
Enough, short one.
Was that the cleanest Asterius? No.
In the name of Hades.
Was it good enough? Yes. All right. Two options to take here, either the premium vintage or I reroll and hope for scintillating feast, which let me confirm I can even get in the first place. I'm pretty sure I'm in line for getting it at this point. Yeah, I have everything I need to unlock it. Anything else I got? So I could get the duo with, Ice Wine. Your cast blasts an area with freezing festive fog that inflicts chill and does 30% more damage. I want Demeter, actually, and her dash would give it to me. Alright, so next time I see Demeter, we're definitely going to take her. I think I'll take Premium Vintage this time, just because I am trying to stack up the Nectar. Okay, that got us another level on our Jolted damage. Not bad, not ideal. But honestly, at this point, if it's not the special or the attack, it's better than nothing. The Jolted damage is still a pretty big source of our overall damage output, I would say. These archers are a bit of a problem, so I'm going to try and make sure that it doesn't look like Festive Fog stuns them while they have armor. I could be mistaken, but that seems to be the case. Alright, where are you going to spawn? We'll get you first. Once again, I do have to be mindful that I'm pushing enemies out of my special if I'm not careful. Imagine if you could combo Blitz Disc with Chaos Shield, like just this aspect of Zeus with the aspect of Chaos, if you could use both effects at the same time. That would be wild. Obviously, there's a very major balancing reason that doesn't happen, but I'd like to imagine, like, what if this game allowed you to fuse weapon aspects, like maybe a 1 in 100 chance of it being option to do so showing up. But that would be so much fun. Or like even just the option to change aspects mid run. That would be cool too. Aphrodite and coin. We'll take Aphrodite. Again, she doesn't have much that she can offer, but getting her boon that extends the duration of weak would be really good for making it easier to kite enemies around while still applying weak and getting privileged status damage boost. I'm really a little bit frazzled by the fact that Zeus just refuses to show up. Would be nice if he did, but such is life. Such is the nature of roguelikes. It is rare that they give you everything that you want. I shouldn't complain when I get most of the things that I need. Even if I don't get what I want, I get what I need, and that is enough to win the run. The nice thing about Festive Fog, the cast that I got from Dionysus, is that it does do a very good job of just creating a field of nope for the flame wheel so that when they try to get near me, they can't even touch me without getting stunned, and then I can deal with them very easily. Yeah, our Blitz Disc is doing some damage. It's just not... It's not anything to be oohed and awed by immediately. Alright, dash, resist damage, there we go. Oh, no, that's not the one that extends duration, but hey, more damage to weak afflicted foes is always welcome. Pomegranate or HP on this one. We'll take the HP, a little bit more tankiness will go a long way. We got the Aphrodite passive, so we do heal more, or we do gain more HP. So, and it does technically act as a heal when you think about it, because it increases your minimum HP as well as your maximum HP. Or it increases your current HP is I guess how I should phrase that. I do have to be careful about these arrows because they do a lot of damage. The little traps in this room specifically is what I'm referring to. It wouldn't be the first time that I died to one from being primarily just careless. Try and keep these guys from respawning as much as possible. It helps that I dropped the Festive Fog on the thing they're trying to respawn from so that they can't actually use it effectively. We'll just let that shielder get popped. Probably the most important thing about dealing with the Exalted Shades in Elysium is just making sure that when you get them in their Revenant form, you pop that Revenant as soon as you can. So it can't respawn, and then you don't have to, like... See? Told you I'd die to an arrow. Unfortunate. That was entirely avoidable, but it's fine. Yeah, you want to make sure that the Revenants they leave behind are killed ASAP, just because then you're just making you're giving yourself double work if they survive.
Phew.
Okay, please give me something good. HP. I could probably use that HP. Let me see what my next room is. Shop or Hermes? Yeah, let's take that HP because it's very cost effective. And then we'll go for the shop and we'll hope that Zeus finally shows up. Well, not Zeus, but Demeter, sure.
Always a pleasure, Charon.
Alright, we'll take her dash. Or do I want her call? Yeah, I'll take her dash. Reliably slowing enemies, and I probably don't need the HP, but I'm going to take it because there's no harm in being a little safe here. Realistically speaking, given the amount of gold I was going to have even if I hadn't taken the Centaur Heart, I don't think I was going to get the Titan Blood.
Blackguard, and be crushed beneath the raging wheelwork of the Macedonian Tau Lambda once again.
We didn't get crushed last time, and the only one getting crushed is you with your stupid...
Theseus, you do know you look even more ridiculous than normal wearing that mask. I get the chariot and the unsporting weaponry, but why wear that thing?
Bah! This blessed mask was crafted by great Daedalus himself. A work of art, and my entitled claim as champion. What has he ever done for you?
Constantly lend us his hammers to upgrade our aspects, as it turns out. Okay, ooh, that hurts. So, it looks like Theseus in this form primarily just... Oh, hello, whoa.
I can assure you, blackguard.
It seems like Theseus primarily in this form just has a lot of AoEs, so as long as I'm not getting caught in them, I should be fine. But he seems overall less accurate. He's just kind of running around having a grand old time, not knowing what he's doing.
Keep cheering as we battle to the last.
I do have a bad habit of unintentionally spamming my special, which makes it a little, like as soon as it comes out, it goes back in, which is a little bit, whoop, hello. Okay, so those little bullets that he has do more damage than I expected, so I'll have to be mindful of that. But we've almost got Asterius down to his last HP bar, which is fine. Alright, Asterius is spinning, which means he can spin into my disc pretty reliably. Ooh, 32 damage. Okay, yes, these guys These guys definitely hit pretty hard with their upgraded abilities. They'll be particularly rough should I ever run, I forget I think it's called Hard Labor. It's the Pact of Punishment debuff that makes enemies deal 20% more damage. It sounds pretty spooky on paper. How did I not get hit by any of that? Because I deserve to get hit by all of that.
You have a lot of nerve, Hellspawn, but little else.
Okay, so also... Okay, good to know. Theseus also does damage if you run into him there.
They love us, Asterius.
Theseus is very happy about his Macedonian Tau Lambda. We've almost got him. Okay, there goes Asterius.
Asterius, no!
Asterius, yes! Alright, Theseus is going to be a little hard to hit with this build, at least at the start, because he kind of is pretty darn mobile. Yeah, okay, so you do take damage for getting run over by the... Look how slow he is because of the Mistral Dash that we got from Demeter. That's pretty funny. Poor guy is like, look how fast I am, and then he is just... He is still having a grand old time, I have to say. I don't know why he was just standing still for so long. Was he just loading? I don't know what he was doing there.
Stand your ground,
Since this guy... There's probably an effective way to deal with this guy if I, like, know his pathing. Because he travels very slowly, especially once the Mistral Dashes stack up on him. And then he moves quickly. Once he hears me call him slow. Oh, hello. Okay, so it almost feels like he's not difficult so much as he's a bit of a time waster, which... So, in theory, if I retract this... Nope. Okay, he just turns around. Okay, come back. Theseus. Okay, Theseus, I'm going to have some strongly worded complaints to your manager, which I guess is my dad, which we usually have strongly worded complaints for, so what do I know? Alright, we should have him any second here. There we go. Just gonna try and pop as much damage as I can.
Witness the power of the gods.
Is that Zeus? Okay, so now we know that in fact the gods can offer aid even if you have them. Because I had posited the question, what happens if I just have one of every god? Can he actually get any help? And it turns out the answer is yes. But no matter, we've got him now.
I am still
What does it mean to still be
Finally.
Yeah, that was a really...
This victory to you, good Shade.
That was unfortunately a very slow fight. And we're not doing the best in terms of...
Elysium ought to be harder to escape than that.
Not doing the best in terms of, what's it called? Tight deadline? Okay. So I talked myself into wanting Demeter, but I don't want to take your keepsake onto this floor. Honestly, the thing I should take onto this floor is whatever has the best chance of leveling up, which would be either Broken Spear Point or... I'll take Acorn. It's a nice defensive option. I don't need any more HP, and I'm going to save my coin for hopefully being able to afford some fun things. I'll consider selling some boons on this next floor if there's something so enticing that I really want it. So what are the odds that Zeus actually shows up here? Given our track record, not great, but let's see what we get. Hopefully we get some pots that we can break that give us coin. Oh, that's a whole 48 gold, not bad. That brings us up to affording at least one basic level boon. I'll take that gladly. Alright, so there's Demeter, Dionysus, so we have chances of getting duos with Dionysus. And there we go, not a single Zeus, but we do have 2 rolls with Dionysus, so I think what we do is let's take Demeter first, and then we'll buy the 2 Dionysus, we'll get the 2 Dionysus after that. Get it, Dionysi, because it's a combination of Dionysus and the ice-themed abilities of... Yeah, it's not that funny, I know. It's never that funny, Kiwi. Don't humor me. Never humor the inhuman puns. Actually, you often humor them. It's pretty funny how twisted our sense of humors have become meshed with each other. You and your gallows humor, me and my puncraft. It's rather funny how messed up it all is. Because nothing says what is wrong with these people quite like a pun at the expense of human life. I mean, is there a pun that isn't at the expense of human life? Let's be honest.
I'm rich.
So I figure I can afford to take some damage for the sake of gold here. I was at full HP and I will inevitably lose a bunch here, but I still feel relatively okay about that fact because we haven't found the Satyr Sack, and I guess that's one thing to consider is when we find the Satyr Sack, it's going to give us like 2/3 of our HP back. So that would easily and very well cover the HP lost. I can very reliably get privileged status going because of all of the boons I have now. I have like 3 different status ailments between weak, chill, and jolted, and they're all really easy to stack up. Honestly, chill lasts forever, so that's probably the one I'm using the most, realistically speaking. Weak and chill is probably where most of my privileged status damage is coming from. That said, these rats are a little bit of a problem, and I should use my Festive Fog to make it so they are not a problem. Okay, there we go.
There's so much nonsense that the mortals say to one another of our families, Zagreus. How viciously the rumors spread, whether from that oaf Zeus, or likely from the mortal drunkard poets with no better use of their limited time.
Oh. I thought she was actually giving us her duo with Zeus. Oh well. When all foes are chill afflicted, they take 10% more damage and decay. That sounds fine. Or I could do Ravenous Will. Since I'll be popping out my Festive Fogs, I think I'll do this one just because more damage over time sounds good for this build. Okay.
This can get me out of here.
So I have 2 chances. I figured I save my reroll rather for Demeter. I save my reroll for Dionysus rather than Demeter, and the reason for that is Dionysus has a chance of getting either duo boon, whereas Demeter only has a chance of getting one with Zeus. Or actually, I guess she could get her... Never mind. I guess they both have equal chance. But we have a bunch of Demeter... we have another chance at Demeter in a moment, so I'll probably partake in that to the best of my ability. Really, man, these guys... The enemies in this game turn on a dime. That's why I feel like the back attack mechanic is a little unreliable, just because it's so hard to reliably get enemies to both be in a position where you can back attack them and then pull it off without them like immediately turning around, and you're only going to get like 1 hit of the back attack. Alright, okay, at least this still hits them. I was like, how do I even hit that guy over there? Also almost got poisoned by that vent that was directly underneath me because in typical fashion, I never notice it until it's too late. I'm paying as close attention to all the gold pots as I can. Oh.
Found it already.
So we did.
Hey, Zay, I got a favor here
Yay.
I need to ask. Could you maybe persuade the Lady Demeter to ease up on the whole not let anything grow thing she's been going on about?
I dare say, my Lord Dionysus, that partaking of less wine for some amount of time might do you good. Regardless, you'll not coax a better crop from me.
Not until she gets her daughter back, but there we go. Ice Wine. Your cast blasts an area with freezing Festive Fog that inflicts chill and increases your damage output by 30%.
Let's go, team.
Let's go, team, indeed. Oh wait, I almost forgot to drink from the fountain. Okay, so what do we want here? So I think my plan is I'm going to do 1 bonus room. We're going to take you. None of these are what I want, and I'm not wasting a reroll on you when it's really Scintillating Feast that I want. So I guess we just take Frozen Touch. After you take damage, you chill foes entirely. And I don't think I need to take the coin here. I think 1 regular chamber should be enough to save up, but you know what? Let's go for the coin. That way I guarantee I only have to do 1 chamber and I get the money that I need. Oh, hold on. Wait a second. Oh, wow. So normally Festive Fog is a I can't afford it. But that's fine. I honestly don't think I need another... Yeah, I'm fine. Let's save our coin for the things that we actually care about. So Festive Fog normally is a lob that takes a fair bit of time to land. Now it's almost instant. That makes it way better. Like, look at that. I'm just instantly popping them. Man, if we get Scintillating Feast comboed with Ice Wine, that's a really strong double duo synergy that we could get. Probably won't happen, but could you imagine? But yeah, like, all the more reason, like, this would be an amazing build with either the aspect of Poseidon on the sword or the Achilles spear, I guess would be good too, because I think that enhances cast. I forget, but I think it does. Alright.
The blasted giant bother has come back.
Whoa-ho. This one's dealable. Like, the main weakness of this build right now is because I'm running the mirror benefit that makes it so you don't regenerate cast stones, you just have to pick them up after they drop. Like, if I had the mirror passive that makes you regenerate cast stones, I would be set.
Don't spend it all.
All right, Dionysus, come on. Come on. Unlucky. All right. Take less damage while infest of fog. Sounds nice, but I'll just take his aid. And then let's go for a higher level palm. I guess more damage on jolted. Fair enough. All right. Sadly, we did not get the.
After deliberating briefly, Cerberus concludes that yes, he shall accept the sack.
I don't think he thought too hard about that one, Kiwi. All right, so we don't get the Ice Wine Scintillating Feast duo that I would love to see. But now we know that it exists, and that in its own right is something fun to appreciate because it means we can go for it. Maybe that'll be what I go for on my next aspect of Poseidon run. Try for both of those and see what happens.
Think you can beat me this time, Father?
Our last exchange left much to be desired for my part, but this time we shall see.
We're approaching a 20-strong win streak, Father. I don't think you're gonna. I don't think this is the one where you're gonna win. Okay. I guess we were just out of range for that, unfortunately. It's fine though. Look.
Oh, got me.
Alright, I should probably bail out so I don't get hit here. Oh wait, actually, so his getting hit by his cast stone doesn't actually damage you. Good to know. But it does increase all the damage you're gonna take afterwards. So. Kind of a bit of a trade.
Which of our relatives aided you this time, boy?
Several of them, like usual.
A few of them, I'll have you know.
Enough.
Look at all the poison. Like, he's got so many dots on him. Damage over time effect specifically is what I'm referring to here.
There goes my shield.
Oh. Okay, I'm like, why haven't I taken damage yet? I'm like, am I really just no-hitting him? But it was because I had Acorn. I forgot I had Acorn equipped. I was getting hit all over. I was getting hit left and right. I just wasn't taking damage because of Acorn. Oh, well. Man? Do I call you man? Alright, I should actually, like, try and DPS him a little bit. These splitters are actually being a big problem. I'm getting rid of them now. Conveniently, they stood right where I could hit them easily and got one last hit on me at the last second. Unfortunate. Alright, on to his next phase. Yeah, just imagine what this would look like if we had Scintillating Feast. Would have been insane. Alright. Let's go ahead and pop a Dionysus call so that we do some... We've got like a whole lot of things stacked up in terms of damage, but these little witches, I swear, they are a bit of a problem, frankly. Alright, so we've got Greater Call. Oh, no, we don't. Why did I think I had Greater Call? I got hit twice by that. Alright, let's just end this phase. I'm taking more damage than I need to for no reasonable reason.
You asked for this.
Did I? Yeah, well, I guess I did, yeah.
Yeah, this one's on me.
I have something for you. That drunkard's power means nothing to me.
I think you're going to find that you're going to regret saying that, because look at your HP pool. I do find it rather funny to conceptualize the fact that this is not the full potential of this build. Oh, holy 60 damage. Okay, goodbye, Death Defiance. That's fine.
Not yet persuaded to go back, I see.
Look, I openly recognize that I'm being cocky here, but I can afford to be. Ah, thought I could avoid that. I did not actually avoid that. Poor dude is just super slow, though. Here, we're not gonna get the Greater Call in time, so I'll just spam Dionysus' call as much as possible. Oh, hello. Well, a lot of this is avoidable damage, but look at that poison just chipping him. There we go.
It seems I was no match for you this time.
I don't know if you could hear it, but could you hear him getting hit by the Blitz disc in the background just grunting? That was kind of funny. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ah.
Go.
All right.
Goodbye, Father.
All in all,
By my father's name.
All in all, a pretty strong build.
I felt Aegis shudder.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty strong build, but the fact that we didn't see its full potential does kind of humble the overall experience a little bit. But yeah, Ice Wine Scintillating Feast combo, we're gonna go for it again sometime.
Having gained the surface once again, Prince Zagreus breathes deeply of the wildflowers and the roses and the like, among which one of them contains an allergen so intolerably potent that it causes this.
Death by allergies sounds miserable. Guess he went into like an anaphylactic reaction or something.
Wonder if I can get out even faster. What are they on about now?
It's amazing seeing all these gods firsthand. Cause of death, old age.
Welcome to the House of Hades, where death is our business.
I like that Hypnos keeps trying to come up with taglines for both his job and the house as a whole. It's pretty cute.
More to be done.
Honored to have met you, great Achilles, our royal guard. Good to know whom to turn to should anything run afoul around here. So it was you who instructed my son in the martial ways.
Indeed, Your Grace. He was a talented student. If only you could have seen his progress, surely you would have been very proud.
I am proud. You know, you were already quite the name back on the surface when I lived upon Olympus. I should think your legend spread much farther still since then.
Yeah, but unfortunately his legend is mostly about how he got defeated. Like, I don't remember any of his, like, claims to fame. I remember that he got beaten by his heel.
Oh, I doubt that. Although, thank you, Your Grace.
Yoki has approached and told me I forgot to give her breakfast, so we better close out this episode sooner than later. She hungry.
Saw your new pact of punishment out in the courtyard, Father. Impressed that you could find a parchment large enough to fit all the unpleasant stipulations. So you're taking even harsher measures to contain me?
She is now on my desk and making it very clear that she wants breakfast.
Whether you consent to the terms of the pact is entirely up to you, boy. But in all your comings and goings, it is important that we have full knowledge of which property is being carried from the premises.
She is standing in front of the computer and trying to nuzzle the microphone. Come over here, cat. You want to say hello to Mom? Want to say something? Come on. Nothing? Okay, good enough. Oh, she missed. She took out my water bottle. She tried to jump off the desk and didn't stick the landing. Anyway.
Hey, Orpheus. You know about the time I vanquished 7 legions of bloodless warriors with both hands tied behind my back while hopping on one foot? Lord Poseidon dared me to do it, you know.
Why, that is a spectacularly vivid tale, Zagreus, and most deserving to be chronicled in song. Would that there were a poet here still willing to commit such deeds to verse.
So we begin the part of the game where Zagreus starts spinning tall tales for the sake of Orpheus to try and entice him to write songs again.
Look who's officially the best boy.
We all know he's officially and unofficially always the best boy.
Please take these, will you, Chef?
Let's see, gems, nectar, and ambrosia. We haven't yet gotten to use ambrosia for anything. I know we'll need it eventually. We just haven't yet.
Hey, Dusa, here's some more of this really, really good nectar for you. Please keep up the wonderful work, and more importantly, keep being your wonderful self.
Aww.
I'm really very flattered, Prince, but I've just been so busy lately that I haven't even had a chance to try the last bottle you gave me, so you want this back? Maybe for someone else?
Please, it's yours. Besides, you must have some time off coming up when you can enjoy it, don't you?
It feels like she actually probably doesn't, given her work schedule here.
Oh, I mean, maybe I do. I think maybe I do, except nobody's told me anything about that. And besides, there's so much work to do around the house still. I just can't leave everything like this.
Dusa, you should take a break for your own sake.
Well, you enjoy, all right?
Oh, I guess it's one of those awful things where you need to take a break, but the lack of having things done just eats at your soul. I get that. It's awful. It's the worst situation to be in when you're trying to rest and you can't rest your mind.
Among my many children, both those born to me and surrogate to me, you are one of the most thoughtful and most generous of all.
You have always cared for me and protected me and given me someone to look up to. This is nothing, Nyx.
He a sweet boy.
Hold, child. I have a message for you from my daughters themselves concerning the blade of the underworld in your possession.
All right, here we go. Aspect of Arthur coming up.
Wait, you mean the Fates? And Stygius? I'm honored that they would have taken any notice of me. What is it that they want for me to know?
They wish for me to impart to you these words, so that your blade, in turn, may hear them uttered from your lips. I see your kingly pardon from a prison of stone. Repeat them and remember.
I see your kingly pardon from a prison of stone. This must be for one of the weapon's hidden forms. Please tell your daughters I am very grateful, Nyx.
All right.
I shall, child. Although I'm certain they already know. Though whether they are aiding you or this is simply what must come to pass, I cannot say.
It looks like it may have been picked up on the microphone, but my stomach just gurgled very loudly.
I'll take my chances it's the former.
All right. Let's see. Oh, look. Hey, look at our darkness. 2222. That's kind of cool.
Can't sleep.
We're almost up to that 3,000 for that additional reroll, which will be quite nice.
How's it going?
Come on, boyo. Let's gabbing more stabbing over here.
That's a nice way to say it. All right, let's unlock this new weapon.
Stygius, I see your kingly pardon from a prison of stone.
The aspect of
Future
Arthur.
Aspect. What sort of name is Arthur?
You have holy Excalibur and 50 more HP to your total life, or a damage reduction 20%. Alternate moveset. Heavy attack special creates a defensive aura that slows foes. So basically the way Arthur works, I don't actually think I took it there.
Grant me the aspect of Arthur.
There we go. The way
That's a nifty sword.
Arthur is extremely slow, but look at its base damage, 200 on that third swing.
Gotta go.
And here's what the aura looks like. So that gives us a damage reduction. So I think what I'm going to do is...
Back in one piece.
Who would scale well with this? Why don't we go Poseidon? We haven't really played around with a lot of Poseidon's boons yet, just because I was an idiot who refused to get us keepsake, it seems. But yeah, we'll go Aspect of Arthur in the next run with the Poseidon keepsake, and we'll see what it gives us. So with all that said, Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're asleep, I hope you're sleeping well. I'm going to go have a lovely birthday with you. We're going to make tacos, we're going to make we're going to make pound cake, marble pound cake, mind you, and it's going to be fun, it's going to be delicious, and we're going to have a nice chill day, which is all I could ask for, especially if it's with you. Looking forward to it, and see you in the next one.